Hey y'all, at least I'm getting a little bit better about this. It's only been a week, and actually today is my birthday. In case you didn't know, I have an Amazon wish list. Yeah, there should be a place to click below. Actually, one of these days I got to learn how to put the click here on the videos. And yeah, but not going to do that today. I got enough to do with this video today. Because this time I'm not just going to talk at you a little bit, I'm actually going to show you a little bit into my life here, including I interviewed the people that are part of my life out here on a daily basis. We are referred to as the Hourde, or also known as fucking library hippies. So that is Cornelius, CJ, and Caveman. So you'll actually get to see what they look like rather than just hearing their names and stuff like that. Also going to give you a quick little tour of my camp and kind of let you know future plans that I have for it and such, including some of the stuff that is on my Amazon wish list, so you can actually see where it will be put to use and things like that. So anyways, today is my birthday. 47 years old. Yeah, actually pushing 50. Jeez, getting up there. So yeah, it's not 5 or a 0, so no real big celebration or anything like that. But I am going to, we are going to make a nice dinner. I'm going to make chickpea patty gyros. And then, let's see. Oh, yeah. Last week I mentioned, oh, hey, don't worry, I'm not going to spend your any money you donate to me on drugs unless it's like you tell me specifically that that's what it's for. But I also explained that, yeah, stuff is given, so don't necessarily have to do that. And this week was kind of a nice week for that. I would say the library was kicked down probably, I don't know, maybe a quarter of outdoor little tiny nuggets and trim, and then we're also kicked down a quart or so of ayahuasca to get boiled down, and that hopefully we are going to do that this evening for my birthday. Kind of excited about that. I've never done ayahuasca, so hopefully it's a good batch. And then also for my birthday, or not for my birthday, but on range night, I was kicked down some acid. So that just things are given and shared out here. That's kind of an interesting and cool thing. So what else has been going on? So seeing how a lot of the snowbirds and stuff have jetted out of here, I started to do a little salvaging of campsites that have been abandoned, like picking up lumber and things of that such. And actually, I am using a baby cart to push the lumber around and stuff like that. And unfortunately, because I am pushing the lumber around and stuff like that, some, I don't know, shady, less than ethical, leechy people have followed my baby cart tracks and have went to places where I was not done getting stuff from, and then loading up their vehicle with it after I've put in all the labor to take stuff down, and things like that. So, yeah, you know, it happens. But this person also bitches about getting ripped off and things like that. So basically it's karma, you know. He gets ripped off because he basically rips off people. So I don't necessarily feel bad for him. I've lost an awful lot of respect for him as well. So yeah, that happened. So something kind of exciting going on. Apparently Jim Carrey and Keanu Reeves are going to be filming a movie at the Slabs, at the skate park specifically. And yeah, I might end up being an extra for that. I'm going to go to the thing on Friday and see how that goes. Yeah, other than that, it's been a fairly uneventful week. Been getting kind of hot. I think yesterday it was 96 or something like that. But yeah, so anyways, how about I give you a quick tour of my place. Alright, so my camp has a makeshift barrier around it, except for a couple of different spots, and one of them is between these two creosote bushes, and this is basically the entrance into my camp. As you can see, we are walking up on my resource yard, and there is my makeshift wheelbarrow. Yes, true upcycling, not going out and buying a wheelbarrow. Actually got this from the mama camp. When the mamas left, they left some things behind and told people to use what they could, and I ended up grabbing a couple of a couple of makeshift wheelbarrows to actually load their stuff up to come up to the library area at my camp, and then yeah, just kept on using them as wheelbarrows. Works out pretty well. So then you come into so basically the area that I'm going to call this is the fallout shelter, and there's a sign that I have for it. And these redwood sticks were here, and I am looking for interesting things to do with them. And actually what I'm probably going to make is a wall with it, and with a bunch of them, and when I'm done I will show you all what that actually looks like. So over here, this is my source of electricity. It's pretty early in the morning and the sun's really not hitting it, so I'm not worried about the shade on it. But yeah, that was something that I got from an auction at DR, which actually they just kind of, auction means they give stuff away, and that was once used to charge equipment for the creators of Within Reach, which is a movie about a couple who biked 6,000 miles and visited hundreds of communities. I can't remember exactly how many of them, but yeah, that charged all that. I'll actually have a link in case you want to watch that movie down below. And so if you can see these redwood sticks that are also in that area, I plan on digging a circle fire pit where you actually step down into it and can sit down around it. It's something that I seen online that I thought was pretty cool. This is kind of my general living area. I got a couch, I have carpeted area, and there is my tent. And you may notice about the tent that there's that shade cloth on it. One of the things I did to try to help combat the heat and stuff like that around here is when the mamas pulled out, they had a tent that was taller than my tent, so I grabbed the tent poles from that and put it over my tent, and then threw shade cloth on top of that, so there's an area, a gap before the sun is actually hitting my tent. It has actually made a difference. So that is my general living area, and now on to the videos of my friends. Alright, so this is Cornelius, and she can tell you about herself real quick.
I'm Cornelius. I'm awesome, and I live at a library, and I've been on the road for 3 years, living in a van, and I'm friends with Kaz. And what do? We do a bunch of cool shit, right?
Yep.
We do a lot of art and a lot of intellectual stuff. I'm really into philosophy and art.
Cool. Alright, so what brought you to Slab City?
I was searching for a place that I fit in, and up until I got to Slab City, nowhere really kind of fit that. I mean, there was a few places that were pretty close, but Slab City is definitely where I feel that I fit in better than anywhere else.
What has surprised you most about Slab City?
When I first came out to Slab City, I wasn't sure what to expect. I kind of thought, like, I didn't really know what anarchy really meant, or that sort of thing. So I bought a gun, and I came out here thinking that I was going to have to, like, really defend myself or something. And it really surprised me how people are actually really super nice. And one of the biggest things that surprised me was that the meaning of anarchy isn't so much that there is no law, but that everyone enacts their own law. So if you're keeping company with people that you agree with, there's really nothing to worry about, just like in, regular life. So I guess that's what surprised me most, was that it actually was as safe as I want to be.
What's your favorite thing about Slab City?
I like the artist community out here. That's my favorite thing.
And lastly, if there was one thing you could change about Slab City, what would it be?
I don't think I would change fucking anything, because the condition of Slab City echoes the condition of humanity, and I'm a firm believer in human progress, and I think we're on the right track. We're doing pretty good.
Cool. Alright, thank you. Hey, this is CJ. CJ, tell everybody about yourself.
Hi, I'm CJ. I've been traveling in a van for 3 years with Cornelius, and been all over the United States, went to Canada. I play trombone. I like music and art and all that sort of cool stuff.
Cool. So, what brought you to Slab City?
Well, a friend of mine named Pocket Dog, he marked it on our map, and he was like, hey, come check this place out. So we were like, okay, that sounds cool. And then about 6 months later, we finally got the incline to go to Slabs, and my first impression of it was kind of well, I don't know if I like this place or not, but yeah. So.
All right. So, what has surprised you most about Slab City?
The fact that everyone's very accepting, and that as long as you're being yourself and being honest, that you can pretty much get along with anyone out here.
Cool. And so, what's your favorite thing about Slab City?
The fact that there's so many different artists to bounce ideas off of, and just to be able to fit in real well and be a weirdo, and nobody's gonna judge you.
Cool. And lastly, if there is one thing about Slab City you could change, what would it be?
Well, the only thing I would change would be I wouldn't put any sort of head on this place, or put anyone in power here. I would keep it how it's been, where nobody really is the leader or whatever, and everybody has equal say.
Okay.
But, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
So this is Caveman. Caveman, tell people about yourself.
Well, I like living outdoors. What, like how I got here, or?
We'll ask you that in a second.
Well, I don't know. I'm Caveman.
Should we just get to it?
Yeah, let's just get to
All
it.
right. So what brought you to Slab City?
Well, I was homeless on and off since I was 16, and joined the military when I was 18. And I was living on the streets of LA, and my cousin called me up and said this was a free place to live, so I came down to check it out, and I kind of fell in love with the place.
Cool. So what has surprised you most about Slab City?
The people. I first came here, I was a little sketched out. I thought it was full of just like drug addicts, because that's what I had heard. And I got here, and there's a few, but they really haven't caused any trouble that I've seen or been a part of. And 99% of the people here are really awesome, cool people, willing to give you the shirt off your back if you need it. And off their back, excuse me.
Clearly, you've given yours away.
Yeah. But yeah, I love the people here.
Cool. So what's your favorite thing about Slab City?
Favorite thing? The freedom. No one tells you what to do. You can wake up whatever the hell time you want. Do whatever you need to do. Just and the acceptance of everyone, because they know they all want to do what they want to do, and they're cool with whatever you want to do. It's the coolest thing. I know.
And lastly, if there was one thing you could change about Slab City, what would it be?
The heat.
I didn't think anybody was going to say that for a minute. I was like, how could nobody say the heat?
Yeah, that's my only problem with this place is the heat.
Right on. All right, well, thank you for your time, Caveman.
Cool.
So you got a little bit more interactive look at what's going on here with me in Slab City. Again, please donate if you are enjoying this either via PayPal or my Amazon wish list. Both of those things would be greatly appreciated. I did forget to show where I was going to use the shade cloth, and that was actually over the carpeted area on my tour. That whole area I want to shade off and make it cooler in there, and including leaving my tent in there, so there's actually layers of shade before it gets to my tent. Anyways, peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. I'll see you soon.